There was once someone who said such amazing things and did such wonderful things that people just had to ask who he really was. One time when they asked, he said, "I am the light." I see the love of God in you, the light of Christ comes shining through, and I am blessed to be with you, O holy child of God. The one that said, "I am the light," changed to be in all places at all times. See this light? How it's just in one place? Let's change the light. Look, the light's changed. It's growing. It's becoming invisible. It's filling the room with the light of Christ. As you go about this room today, know that the light is there. And when you leave the room today, know that you take the light of Christ with you wherever you go. Now watch carefully, so you always know what today's lesson looks like. Everybody has to be ready. After creation, God said, "It is good." He created everything to be so close to Him in His own image. In the midst of creation, there was a wonderful garden. It was God's garden, and everything in it was God's creation. It was so close to God. It was so close to one another. God created the rocks, the plants, the animals. God created something to be like His own image. But they were so close that they called it everyone. But in their language, it was called Adam. Adam. But Eve was there too. She was always there, for she came from Adam. She and Adam were a kind of Adam-Eve. In the middle of the garden grew two trees. One tree was about differences, and one tree was about forever. If you ate the fruit of the tree of differences, you would know about differences. And if you ate from the forever tree, you would live forever. Now, the serpent was more clever than any other creation that the Lord God had made. And he suggested that Adam and Eve taste from the fruit of the tree of differences. And they did. Adam and Eve ate from the tree of differences, and things fell apart. for them. They became Adam and Eve. The difference between them and God also came apart. And the difference between good and evil did too. God called for them and they hid. But God found them and they did not know how to be with God anymore because all of the differences. There was high and there was low. There was close and there was far. There was good and there was evil. There was Adam and there was Eve. And many, many more differences, like God and people. The differences also did something wonderful. Now, Adam and Eve could take things apart and put them back together again. They could be creators, almost like God. They couldn't take something out of nothing, but they could make something out of differences. After the differences, Adam and Eve could not go back to when everything was all together in the garden. They could only go forward, and so they did. God sent Adam and Eve out of the garden. An angel and a sword was put at the edge of the garden so that they could not go back, but only go forward. God went with them on their journey to help them be the best creators that they could be, and to be with God in this new way, and to stay one with God. I wonder, what part of the story did you like best? I wonder, who is Adam and Eve? I wonder if you can take anything out of this story and still have everything we need. I wonder, do you know any differences? I wonder where you see yourself in this story. I wonder, will you think of this story today? Or maybe some other story. But whatever you do today, know that you take the light of Christ with you wherever you go.